Hello and welcome to Lajja's podcast. Lajja is India's first forum for women, and the podcast has been initiated to support the women in business who are a part of Lajja. And today we have Ms. Supriya Kabra, who is an HR consultant, and let us hear from her what is her journey and how her journey has been. Hello, Supriya, and welcome to Lajja's podcast.
Hi Riddhi, thank you so very much to welcome me. And other than HR consultant, I am a CEO to Lajja.
Absolutely.
So where the mission is obviously together.
Absolutely. So please introduce yourself. We would love to know what all work you do.
Absolutely. So my firm name is Cosmic Consultants. Under that, we are HRs, but we are not recruiters. So we take care of the HR department outsourcing for a lot of companies, which are typically small, medium companies. And then along with that, we are into HR compliances, payroll, employee engagement and trainings. Yeah. Just to highlight, we also do a couple of OD projects, which is organization development projects, where organization may need a little restructuring or some sort of re-standardization. Yeah, that's the exact space where we fall in. We are 13 years old organization by now.
Brilliant. Tell me something, Supriya. What got you into the business of HR services? And what are some of those hurdles that you usually face while you are initiating these practices as an external HR consultant? If you would like to talk about it.
Absolutely. Actually, that is a very valid and interesting question. So a very simple thing, my family made me do some SWOT. Okay, that what are your strengths and how can you relate it to a field where you feel you can strive for life. Okay, 10 साल के बाद you cannot feel कि यार ये bore हो रहा है. You know, that's not true. My calling. So that's exactly how the complete research work was done even before I selected HR. And as you were asking that what were the initial struggles. So in 2011, when I decided to quit job and start this consultancy, most of the companies and my major target audience were small, medium companies. They didn't even know that HR is something beyond recruitment.
Yes.
Okay. So most of the people, in fact, some corporate HRs would also used to say that आप HR consultant हो तो recruitment ही करते होंगे और है ही क्या करने के लिए उसमें. So from there, so 2 years of majorly educating and awareness was the initial phase of my business, and still I feel that continues always as the field is evolving. But of late, in 3-4 years, a major change of this complete side we are seeing, where people realize that all this people management and people development business is not to be done by entrepreneurs only or only by the internal HRs. There are external consultants and experts who can help you get this entire game right.
Lovely.
Yeah.
That gives me an impression that as a platform, as a workspace, as an entrepreneurship venture, it is highly demanding. How do you balance your entrepreneurship venture along with your personal life? Do you think anyone is impacted when you are giving priority to other, or are you able to balance it?
Most of the time I'll say yes, I'm able to balance it. There will be some times when your personal life needs extra attention, and that is a phase. And likewise, even in business, there are times when you feel that okay, this is a phase and I give an extra attention right now, future is sorted, right?
Absolutely.
So otherwise, I think the only mantra that Riddhi I follow, and you know me from quite some time, is only when you're at work, you are 100% at work. Don't think about the personal or family side of it. And when you are at family, completely switch your role to just being a housewife, mother, and all sort of roles that you're trying to play there.
Absolutely.
And that helps.
That reminds me of a statement been told by Miss PepsiCo, Miss Indriya Nooyi. And she said that in life there is nothing like work-life balance. It's all about the priority that you have in life, and you need to emphasize on that priority, complete that priority, even if you're doing any sort of jugaad, because that is in demand and you need to do it. Say it be at the personal level or say it be at the work front. Now, if I'm working and if my child calls up in the evening before I'm leaving from office that मम्मा कल सुबह मुझे चॉकलेट्स लेके जाना है स्कूल में, then I'm sure to take this at a higher priority. I'll manage along with my work that I'll be sending messages to the bakery guy saying that, okay, you keep it ready, I'll coordinate and I'll pick it up. So
Correct.
everything is a priority here. It is nothing like
Absolutely.
work-life balance, and you said it really well. What unique perspectives do you feel? There are many HR male consultants, Supriya. What do you feel that what unique perspective a woman brings in to HR consultancy and even as a matter of fact entrepreneurship?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. I'll tell you why. Till today, most of the people feel that HR is a female dominated business.
Okay.
So technically, I would need to ask male, how are you surviving here?
Okay.
Yeah. However, when I say this, there are a couple of other things. As people say that, women have that natural instinct in a lot of ways. So if I say empathy, if I say a little more emotional quotient or understanding people in various different ways, I feel that most of the times female are able to do that because that's how we are even tuned in. Even at family, we are trying to understand that everybody is different and, every age group is different, the challenges are different, the demands from us are different, right? Likewise, that is easily able to naturally translate into the work, okay? But having said that, I will also want to highlight that there are a lot of places in HR, the workplace, the work profile in HR that are moreover male dominated and has to be majorly like that till some dabang women do not really want to take it up. Yeah.
I understand. For every profession or for any entrepreneur, what matters these days is the right mentors, the right mentorship, and how well you are connected, how well you are networked. Do you think that has any which ways helped you to grow in life, or you feel that your self-understanding, self-worth only has played a part when it comes to your entrepreneurial venture?
Totally. I feel there were so many times. So to start with, during my initial first stuck phase, I would say, you achieve a level, then you feel, okay, yaar, iske baad kya? How am I going to do? बहुत सारे ifs and buts भी कई बारी surround कर जाते हैं. That's when to tell you, not only because I'm a CEO to Lajja, but there Lajja had played a very important role. Your audits which you bring up, that gave me a little more clarity of, okay, this is something that I can handle now. Let me do this first bit and move to the next level. So that kind of mentoring helped. And now when I wanted to take a big leap, I officially had my mentor other than the Lajja things also, so that I have dual mentorship, bringing in a lot of different perspectives on the plate. Only then, so in a way I've created a BOD for myself, yeah, and which is helping me break through my own thought processes and challenging rather to me as an entrepreneur that think beyond what you're thinking.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. So mentorship and networking does matter.
Big time.
Okay. When did you feel that you need to have mentors on board for yourself? Any failures that you experienced in your entrepreneurial journey? And while you had mentorship, the right mentors on board, do you have any success stories to share?
Oh, absolutely. What a brilliant question, and at a very appropriate time. Right after the pandemic, I was going through a lot of challenges. And why am I saying I and not the business as such? Because business was going good, okay? But infrastructure issues in terms of team or something or the other was going on, and that had formed a big vicious circle, okay? And that was a correct time when there is a calling, every entrepreneur gets to know when is the right time to take that complete leap.
That's true.
Okay, I'm not talking of those typical 20% growth which happens naturally. Okay, I'm talking of something which is around 50%, 60% growth at least. Yeah, and that's when I thought कि यार कुछ तो है, some puzzle pieces missing. Okay, मैं लीप ले सकती हूँ लेकिन ले नहीं पा रही हूँ, तो कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. And that around 2 years of phase of me struggling almost alone, and then I thought कि okay fine, this is it. If I really want to get this achieved, I need mentors on board officially whom I can talk through, who can, as I said, who can make me see through the lenses of them,
Very
of the
important.
bigger picture.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and see that. So now today I'm at a pace where I feel कि यार बड़ा पिक्चर जब देखना है ना, तो ये तो छोटी मोटी चीज़ है. ये तो challenges आते जाते रहेंगे, and that's going to be a part maybe.
Understood. You just spoke about challenges in entrepreneur journey, your entrepreneur journey, and in any entrepreneurship, each one of us faces those chote challenges. Did you feel or did you experience any challenges being a woman?
Yes, I would not deny, and not playing a women card either. Okay, but typically, so till today, there are unfortunately many of people who come back and say, husband ka business join kiya? Who is the male counterpart? Okay,
I understand.
and then I'm like proudly flaunting my shop and establishment ka license. Ki dude, I'm a proprietor. Though I have experts and mentors who are men as well, and they're required in my space. And talking on the personal side, I feel that's a part of every household, yeah, where you get to know in the morning or previous day evening ki tada, you're going to have guest at home, and your complete plan goes on a toss. तो कल सुबह जो आपने last minute preparation करनी थी, वो रात को जाग के करनी पड़ेगी. So this kind of, I think, challenges every woman face.
Yes.
And अब तो आदत हो गई है.
I so agree there. I so agree there. So while I am here, shooting a podcast, I have multiple things going at the home front, and I'm receiving messages which I choose to ignore for a moment
Exactly.
till that I complete my work.
Exactly.
So I absolutely hear you. What advice would you like to share with aspiring entrepreneurs? The women who want to start something of their own, the women who are new to the business line, or the ones who are setting up as an entrepreneur. Few tips from you, Supriya, who is somebody who's very seasoned entrepreneur, I would say.
Oh, coming like a season from you matters. However, I feel the start that I had done was when I felt कि okay यार अब मुझसे job नहीं हो रहा and अब मुझे full time ही business करना है. The very immediate thing I did was resigned, completed the notice period and started. Okay?
Nice.
So do not overthink on things that मैं कर पाऊंगी, मैं ये होगा, मेरे को contacts नहीं है, मेरे पास ये नहीं है, मेरे पास वो नहीं है. If you keep thinking too much, you're just going to keep thinking. So do not overthink. However, you can have a rough plan in hand, but do not overthink is one thing. And secondly, the only piece of advice that I feel I will want to give to the women entrepreneurs is do not take entrepreneurship as a hobby.
Yes, घर से करना.
घर से भी करो, but उसको उतना ही seriously full time उसी तरीके से लो as if this is going to earn you the complete living.
Absolutely. That's
आपको
something which
अगर
I meant.
individually घर चलाना पड़े और सब कुछ चलाना पड़े तो आप उसको हॉबी या पार्ट टाइम की तरह नहीं लेते.
Yes.
ठीक है.
Absolutely.
हम सबके घर पे चैलेंजेस आते हैं, जैसे अभी रिद्धि ने भी बोला. ओके, आपके मेरा भी बेटा अभी बीमार चल रहा है. ओके, फिर आपके घर पे गेस्ट से लेके हर तरीके के इश्यूज आ सकते हैं. बट इफ यू डिसाइड कि यार ये इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है तो वो भी उतना इंपॉर्टेंट है, आई थिंक यू विल क्रैक द कोड इन द जर्नी.
Absolutely.
हाउ टू
So,
बैलेंस.
Absolutely. So घर से करना is just not like a time pass,
Correct.
कुछ नहीं है तो मैंने business किया. No, don't take it so easily. Give respect to your own work. That's something which
Absolutely.
I absolutely agree with you.
Totally.
So to all the women there, you have some tips and understanding about how to be an entrepreneur, how to respect your entrepreneur venture, and come what may, with all the choti hurdles that comes your way, you need to be there. Show up each time when you are needed. Thank you so much for sharing all these tips and techniques with us, Supriya, today. And it was such a beautiful talk with you. I mean, I just love discussing things with you.
Thank you so much, Riddhi, and love to all of you. Thank you.
And today we had Ms. Supriya Kabra with us. Stay tuned to have one more Lajja woman, to understand her journey, to have some tips from her, and also what priority list she had and what jugaad she did, so that you can have one more inspiration in your life. Keep watching this space.